Hey guys, are you ready for a brand new adventure? Well, we sure hope so, because we have an incredible one to tell you about today. This time our friends are going to the Enchanted Forest. You'll meet the most magical creatures there, but also some villains who will try to stop you on your way. Are you up for the challenge? If yes, then let's set off right away. Welcome to the Enchanted Forest. The gnarled branches of the old trees here are intertwined with each other, forming a thick canopy that lets little light through to the forest floor. The air is filled with the sound of birds tweeting and the wind rustling through the leaves. A small stream flows through the forest, its water sparkling in the dim light. The trees themselves seem to be watching you as you pass by, their ancient eyes twinkling with secrets. As you venture deeper into the woods, you begin to feel a sense of peace and tranquility wash over you. It's a place where magic seems to linger in the air and anything is possible. But beware, for this enchanted forest is not without its dangers. There are all sorts of mythical creatures lurking here, some friendly and some not so much. You all have to use all your skills and courage to navigate this mystical realm and discover its hidden wonders. So take a deep breath, relax, and get ready for an adventure like no other. Knows what amazing discoveries await you in the enchanted forest. You come across a fork in the path. To the north, the path is narrow and overgrown with vines. To the south, the path is wider and more well-trodden. Which path do you choose? Please type N for north or S for south. Before we go any further, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel to be the first to know. When we release new adventures every single week, you chose the northern path. You follow the narrow path as it winds its way through the dense undergrowth. Vines and creepers hang from the trees above you, forming a natural archway over the path. The air grows cooler and damper as you walk, and the sound of the babbling brook seems to fade into the distance. Suddenly, the trees begin to thin, and you find yourself in a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stands an ancient oak tree, its gnarled branches reaching up towards the sky like the arms of a giant. As you approach the tree, you notice a small opening at its base, almost like a door carved into the trunk. An ethereal glow emanates from the opening, inviting you to come closer. What do? Do you investigate the mysterious opening in the oak tree? Or do you turn back and choose the other path? Please type A for investigate or B for back. You chose to investigate the opening in the oak tree. You step closer to the ancient oak and reach out a hand to touch the rough bark. As your fingers make contact with the tree, the ethereal glow intensifies, and the opening seems to pulse with a gentle rhythm. Taking a deep breath, you push open the door-like entrance and step inside. The air within the tree is warm and fragrant, and you can hear the soft murmur of voices echoing in the darkness. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you begin to make out shapes in the gloom. You see a group of fairies gathered around a small table, their wings shimmering with all the colors of the rainbow.
Ow.
They look up as you enter, and their expressions change from curiosity to alarm. One of the fairies, who seems to be the leader of the group, rises to her feet and speaks in a voice that tinkles like a silver bell. "Who are you, and how did you find this place?" she asks, her eyes narrowed with suspicion. "What do you say to the fairies? Please type what you want to say. You say I'm just an adventurer passing through. I didn't mean to disturb you. I just wanted to ask if you could help me." The fairies exchange glances, and the leader fairy softens slightly. "Help you with what?" she asks, her voice still wary. You explain to the fairies that you are looking for the legendary crystal of Everlight, said to be hidden somewhere in the enchanted forest. You tell them that you have heard the fairies are knowledgeable about the forest's secrets and were hoping they could help you on your quest. The fairies discuss amongst themselves in hushed whispers, their voices like the rustling of leaves. Finally, the leader fairy turns back to you and says, "We know of the crystal of Everlight, but its whereabouts are a closely guarded secret. It is said that only those who are pure of heart and worthy of its power can find it." Why do you seek the crystal? You respond that you seek the crystal to save your village, which is currently plunged into eternal darkness. The fairies seem impressed by your noble intentions, but the leader fairy remains skeptical. Even so, the path to the crystal of Everlight is fraught with danger. "Are you sure you are ready for what lies ahead?" she asks. "I am," you reply confidently. "I am ready." The fairies exchange glances once again, and the leader fairy finally nods her head. "Very well, we will help you on your quest," she says. "But be warned, the path to the crystal is not an easy one." With that, the fairies lead you through a secret passage behind the waterfall, opening a portal to another part of the enchanted forest. As you step through the portal, you find yourself in a dark and shadowy part of the woods. The trees are twisted and gnarled, and the air is heavy with an oppressive feeling. "This is the Bramblewood," the leader fairy says, her voice echoing in the stillness. "Beware, for this place is guarded by the wood witch, a powerful sorceress who will stop at nothing to keep you from finding the crystal of Everlight." With that, the fairies vanish, leaving you alone in the eerie silence of the Bramblewood. The path ahead is dark and dangerous, but you know that the fate of your village rests on your shoulders. Will you be able to overcome the challenges that lie ahead and claim the crystal of Everlight before it's too late? You come across a clearing, and in the middle of it is a small cottage made of twigs and leaves. Smoke is rising from its chimney, and the smell of baking bread fills the air. An old woman is sitting on a stool outside the cottage. She is stirring a large pot that hangs over a fire pit. When she sees you, she stops stirring and looks at you with bright, knowing eyes. "Well, hello there, traveler," she says with a warm smile. "What brings you to my humble abode? Do you A, continue on your way, or B, talk to the old woman?" Please type A or B. You chose to talk to the old woman. You approach the cottage cautiously, not quite sure what to expect. The old woman sitting outside seems friendly enough, but you can't shake off the feeling that there is something strange about her. As you get closer, you notice that her eyes seem to sparkle with an unnatural light, and her smile is a bit too wide. "Hello," you say tentatively. "I'm just traveling through, and I was hoping you might be able to help me." The old woman's smile widens even more, if that's possible. "Help you, child? Well, that sounds like a good deed for an old witch such as I," she says, her voice like the rustling of dead leaves. "What is it that you need?" You explain that you are looking for the crystal of Everlight, and that you have been told the old woman might be able to help you. The old woman's eyes narrow slightly. "The crystal of Everlight," she murmurs. "A powerful artifact indeed. And why do you seek its power?" You tell the old woman about your village, trapped in eternal darkness, and how you hope to use the crystal's power to bring light back to your people. The old woman is silent for a moment, and you can't help but feel a sense of unease growing within you. Finally, she speaks. "Very well, I will help you find the crystal of Everlight," she says. But there is a strange, almost sinister tone to her voice. You sense that this old woman is not what she seems, and that helping you find the crystal might not be as simple as it sounds. Still, you decide to trust her for now and follow her deeper into the dark and dangerous parts of the forest. The path ahead is uncertain, but you have no choice but to keep moving forward if you want to save your village. Will you A, trust the old woman and follow her deeper into the forest, or B, run away from her as fast as you can? Please type A or B. Thank you for playing this episode of our Enchanted Forest adventure. We hope you enjoyed this magical journey. If you want to continue the adventure, simply click on the link in the description below to play the next episode. Until then, remember to stay curious, keep exploring, and always believe in the power of friendship and courage. See you later, my friend. It's been great chatting with you. Take care.